I did the rotation wrong, but I mean, it's still strong. All right, we gotta go in here. No, I pressed the wrong button. God damn it. Fucked up. All right, he's broken. Seismic Cry, War Banner, Sunder. Boom, dead. And we're at 138,000. It was not optimal. I fucked up the rotation.
The desert stands eternal. You will not. The sands obey.
Can you get in the lava, please? Okay, we gotta cry. Put our thing down. I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? Like, it's not bad, but it's just like it's annoying. Like, as you can see, everything's exploding, right? Like, everything that touches the fire is just fucking dead. And it's C. Wait, this is so bad for seeing like enemy ground effects. It's literally the worst. Skibidi scabadoo.
Crush them.
Why are you guys so fast?
Feel my wrath.
Fine, I'll play. I'll play.
Great flame.
Weakling. Frames are getting a little sketchy. headed. Do we even attempt the breach? Because we already know the outcome. We already know how shit it's gonna be. We're gonna lose frames. We're gonna get slowed down. It's gonna be a mess, and we're gonna die. And if we just stay in the center and just let them come to us, we'll probably get away with it. Look at these idiots. Just, yeah, get in the fire. Go ahead, get in the fire, dum-dum. Come on. Get in here. Get in here. All right, so this was my plan, right? My plan was originally for this build, run ancestral totems, okay? Run one ancestral totem, and then 2 shockwave totems. The problem is, which I will show you, because they won't attack unless somebody's out. When you put down an ancestral totem with Volcanic Fissure, my slam skills, my Sunder, because I was gonna use Sunder and just wreck, have that get aggro and do the thing, and then I was just gonna hit Sunder on everything and just wipe the screens. The ancestral totem, when it starts throwing the fissures out, my slams and my totem slams do not activate the fissures. People on the Reddit and on forums have reported this back to December, and it still doesn't work 8 months later. So I'll come out here and I'll show you. Find some enemies. Not even doing anything. Hello? Alright, so fucking, I put upheaval on it to see if it would do anything. I guess I'll take that off and see if it works.
Aid me.
Okay, there they go. See, they laid down, I don't know what was going on. That was weird. So they're laying down fissures, right? Now when I put my totems down, do you see how the fissures aren't erupting at all? Not even my slam skills are erupting the fissure. So I was gonna, you know, place this totem, and I was gonna go through, and I was gonna fight shit, and it was gonna place all the fissures, and then I was gonna come through and light it up with my other totems and just Sunder. But it doesn't, it's bugged. So none of the slams activate the ancestral totem fissure. So because of that, my original build idea was out the window, right? I mean, even if I was either gonna do 3 of those totems and then just keep upheaval on Sunder and do the big like triangle with Sunder, and then that way they would get aggro and throw the fissures down, and I would just, my Sunder would be getting the extra with the fissure lava. Or I was, like I said, gonna put one of those down and then 2 shockwaves down, and then have the shockwave ignite the ancestral totem throwing fissures out, and then I'd clean up with Sunder. But it doesn't work, it's bugged. So the idea with this build was, I was playing PoE 1, Volcanic Fissure snaking. Is fucking cool as shit, had a good build. I was like, I wonder if I can do Volcanic Fissure and make it decent. And it's just, it sucks. I pretty much am running, you know, double maces. As you can see, my skills are at level 36, 34, 34. Sure, there's a ton of work you can do, but Volcanic Fissure is just so slow, right? And the problem is, for mapping, you have to get this thing doing 3 of the fissures. You have to. If you're running 1 fissure, it's hard to clear the map. I have heavy stun breaks armor with Volcanic Fissure, and then they do the armor explosion, then Herald of Ash goes off, but it's not at a point where it's strong enough to just completely like clear the map. It does a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. I'll show the mapping and bossing and stuff. But I'm pretty much at a point where all the projectiles are one-shotting me. It takes 5 business days to wind up Sunder and Volcanic Fissure. Now, the problem with this is Upheaval is great for Volcanic Fissure, but it's 20% less attack speed and 40% less damage. So, like, swapping it out for bossing, look at that. That's 7,000 less DPS. Now, granted, that's double. You've got 2 maces, so you're at 10,000 times 3 fissures, but it's still 10,000 per fissure. It's not 30,000 collectively, because all the fissure doesn't have a big AoE range. You know what I mean? If it snaked and exploded like it does in PoE 1, this would be amazing. So yeah, basically you have to run Upheaval, but Sunder's just there because Volcanic Fissure breaks the armor, and then you consume it with Sunder to do. We have 300% crit damage. I think we got Sunder up to 138,000 on the tooltip, which double it, you're at like 276,000. If I get, I'm done leveling it. I was gonna get another 20 Valor. That'll push it over 300,000. It should be like 160,000 tooltip, which is like 320,000. And then I was gonna grab more strength, and then this was like 37% increased damage. So with all that, it might even get to near 200,000 on the tooltip, and then times 2 for the maces. The biggest issue is projectiles are killing me. I don't have a lot of chaos res. I got 18 on the charm for 50%. Armor's fucking shit in this game. I've got no evasion, no block chance. I'm just running fucking like, think like Dark Souls, double great sword, fucking loincloth, nothing else. You know what I mean? I was just seeing what could be done, but Volcanic Fissure is just, like, it'll do decent damage, right? You can have 8 down at once. They last for 16 seconds. I got 3 totems. When that's going, like, it melts shit. Like, it literally will melt shit. Plus the Herald of Ash, the armor explosion. Like, sometimes on bosses, this alone does 2 million damage before I even hit them with Sunder to finish them off. So, like, it could be good. And, you know, keep in mind, next league, end of August, they're going to rework, I think, all of the skills they said, make them viable. So it could be good. But right now, I'm taking too much damage. I'm being, you know, I got to come in and, you know, by the time I put that down, put my totems in, totems don't always get aggro. And they're like, ugh. 5 business days to land that down, and then I'm getting hit by projectiles and lightning bolts, and like there's nothing I can do. I'm dying too much, and I'm sure there's, you know, I'm not spec'd into any defensive shit. My life regen, it's not showing here. It goes up to 476 life regen per second. I'm getting life leech. I'm getting a big amount of life leech. I got the overflow life leech. So once you're killing shit, you're fine. But it's the, when you go to the next mob and you have to place a totem and then throw down Volcanic Fissure, and the projectiles are coming while you're throwing that shit down, that's where you're dying. And I just, like, I'm at the point where I'm like, this isn't gonna clear a T4 Zexh. It could clear Zexh, okay, if you could get there, but getting through the breach fast enough to get there, it's not gonna happen. Damage is fine. It really is. The damage is fine. It's too slow. And like, when you look at ancestral totem builds, you know, you have ancestral sunders, just clearing the maps, and then you're also sundering, right? Or the builds that do the war cry and explodes, and it literally everything dies on the map, just full clear. It's just, this isn't ever going to be that, and I was just trying to push it to see how far I could get it, and I made it farther than I thought I was going to get. It clears +4 bosses, it clears tier 15 maps. It's just a pain in the ass, and it's really, it's not fun. I'm not having fun. So I'm basically gonna throw this in a quick mobalytics guide, throw it up on screen here, let you see. Maybe, you know, next league or a year from now, this could be good, and we have the bones here. You want to take this, you want to make it a little more defensive, and then try to use it. Like, honestly, if we were more tanky and we didn't take so much damage, you could fucking lay there, take some hits, and just throw them down, and boom, 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 and then keep moving and throw them down. I've never done a warrior build. As you know, on my channel, I've done mercenary builds, blood mage, sorcerer. I've never done warrior. I don't know how to scale right now with armor broken. I don't know what's best. You know, I was going 2-handed maces, so we don't have the block chance. I don't know. So I'm sure somebody can take this and run with it, but this is what I got. So first things first, let's go over the skills, okay? So we're running Sunder. On Sunder, I got Aftershock. Once you get on the skill tree, you can have 50% Aftershock. Running Super Critical. Crit chance doesn't matter because you consume fully broken armor. This will give us 300% crit damage bonus. I got Heavy Swing for more melee damage. Fist of War, because I don't have that on the tree. So pretty much when you go to boss, when you use it to finish them, you'll be ancestrally boosted. And I got Bullseye because you need accuracy. What are we? We're at 199.81. You need accuracy. Even at like 90% at 2 meters, you'll miss. It's pretty bad. Our life leech is 8.85 on main hand, 19.57 on offhand. It's pretty good. The stun build up's very good. Yeah, Volcanic Fissure is what we're running. Upheaval, switch it out for Primal Armament when you're bossing. Fire Infusion, Armor Explosion, Fire Exposure. All right, just extra -20 on the resistance. It helps. And Devastate, right? So when we fully, when we heavy stun, which we have the crushing blows, so it's easier to stun. They get stunned, okay? It fully breaks their armor. They explode. That helps with Herald of Ash for clearing them, and they also get like stunned. Yeah, but like I showed, like watch this shit. Like we're at 4,400, 10,000. Now if I throw my totems down, let me get the rage up. We're also running no mana. We're running blood magic, as you can see. It comes out. We get way more life regen if we go back to our main. But like it pauses when you attack. Okay, so we don't have banner down. Okay, keep that in mind. Banner's huge for damage. Banner scales us to 138,000 on Sunder. So we're at 19,000, right? Put that back on 8,000. It's just, that's why when you're bossing, you just lay a fissure on them, put the totems, and then blast them with Sunder. They're dead. Make sure you pop the war cry, but yeah. Okay, so that's what we got for that. Shockwave totem. I'm running Font of Blood to get extra life regen. Splinter, so they break armor. Ancestral Urgency. Martial Tempo, because this helps. The more they're like, if you can also sort of like do-do-doom, 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 that like Volcanic Fissure hits like crazy. But when they're all like hitting at the same time, Volcanic Fissure does less damage because it counts it as one. So if you can offset your totems, which is a pain in the ass, you're just going to throw them down and go. But when they're all offset, it triggers Volcanic Fissure more. And then Font of Rage, so we can get rage. Running Seismic Cry. Once you go into a boss room, you lay down your totems, you lay down your fissures. Once they're stunned and their armor's broken, pop Seismic Cry and then use Sunder. They'll be dead. There's nothing else you got to do. So for this, we're using Raging Cry, Tireless, Premeditation, and Dazing Cry. And we're running Herald of Ash, Fire Mastery, Cannibalism, Vitality, Precision. You need more accuracy. You need it. And Deadly Herald. War Banner, we're running a level 4. We probably could, I don't have any spirit gems. I think around like level 14, it goes from 5% to 6% attack damage, which would scale it pretty damn high. But we're running Persistence and Magnified Effect on War Banner. I only use that for bossing. Running Berserk. And I'm not using Infernal Cry anymore. If you want to use Infernal Cry instead of Seismic Cry, go ahead. I don't really notice anything when I use them. It empowers the next attack. It empowers your Sunder before you use it in a boss fight. Does it do more damage? I don't really know, you know? Yeah, but we're running, what, 155 spirit. So keep that in mind. But, yeah, I mean, lay them down and then you can come and lay them this way and crisscross them and just fucking... Everything runs into the fire and just dies. You know? It's cool for what it is, but... All right, passives. you're gonna need hulking form. Okay, we're Titan Ascendancy, and like I said, it's either gonna be the last two are gonna be for the aftershocks or 50% against heavy stun, because we spec'd into stun, so it's very easy. One hit from the fissure stuns the enemies, and bosses get stunned so fast. So I don't know if aftershocks would give, obviously it would give the totems extra hits and make Volcanic Fissure erupt more, or if this might be better. I really don't know. That's up to you guys. But I'll put the mobalytics up for this. Basically running weapon set 1 on this. This is universal coming down. I've got weapon set 1 on the two ends here. I know it's hard to see, but those are red. We got the extra attack speed. Came up here and grabbed more against heavy stun enemies. Weapon set 1 on skill speed. Weapon set 2 on all this totem shit right here. Grabbing all the beef right here. I've got supportive ancestors, 25% increased damage while you have a totem, and then 6% attack speed. We have 3 totems, which it's up here. I had this for my merc. I put it on. I'm grabbing the like 118% attack damage or something, but we lose attack speed. And weapon set 1 for some stun build up, more damage with maces. Come up here. I just threw this on. It's not optimal, just attack damage, really, honestly. Grab blood magic. I have this Titanic is my anointment. We'll get to that. I need to grab this extra strength, and then like I said, this is 37% increased damage, and that would allow me to remove some strength nodes and put more dexterity, and then bump up the war banner, so it'd be 6% attack, which that 1% times 77 is massive. Make sure you get Giant's Blood so you can dual wield two-handed maces. And then I have all this for weapon set 2 for the totems. I have the extra rage, so this is 17 rage instead of 44, or instead of 14, because you get an extra 3 with the hulking form or whatever it is. Specking this just in the regular tree. This is usually 12%, gives us 18% each, and then obviously another 20 would boost the damage by a lot. Weapon set 1 for unreserved life leech, and then we grabbed all this totem stuff, extra totem, weapon set 2, and then down here for all the attributes, and 18% reduced attribute requirements, because it's a pain in the ass to scale strength, but that's what I'm working with. All right, as you can see, our resistances are basically what I did here was I just tried to get as much strength on all my gear as possible. I wasn't too worried about resistances, but I feel like, because like my lightning is 105%. I know it's capped at 75, but it obviously doesn't do anything past 75. But lightning, literally the dudes that throw the lightning projectiles, it still one-shots me. Like, it shouldn't be like that, you know, if I'm maxed out. And it's just annoying. Like, projectiles kill this build. It's so frustrating. But as far as gear, talk about the offhand. Stats don't matter. Obviously, I guess physical damage is going to matter, but +7 on both of your offhand maces is the biggest thing you can do. I got +6, +7. That scales the totem damage so much. All right. And then main, you're looking for +6, +7, and attack speed, and then fucking life on kill or high physical. I mean, I've seen maces go for 9 mirrors that are 800 to 1200 physical damage with +6, +7. You know, if we got a mace that was even 400 to 600 with even a +5, +6, it's gonna do way more damage. Like, if we double both of these, our damage would be fucking like, it would be double what it is. Like, so when we're, like I said, with another like 2 or 3 levels, we'd probably be hitting like 320,000 on the tooltip, it would probably be 500,000 plus with better maces. And the more damage would make the armor explosion, Herald of Ash, and all that shit hit harder from Volcanic Fissure. So if you really pushed and scaled this, it would be insane. It would just clear Volcanic Fissure would clear bosses before you'd even sunder them if you got better maces, you know. But that's what you're looking for. Helmet, I'm basically just, I was looking for life and strength. Life, big strength on everything. I got Spirit on this so I can run all the shit I got, you know. It's not good life or strength on this. But yeah, you're basically just looking for life, strength, and life regen. Belt, got 22 life regen, big strength, big life. Gloves, ideally attack speed on this, but we got +2 to the melee skills and low life again. So we could be running, what, 32, 3300 life if we fix those two. Boots, life, strength if you can, movement speed. Rings, physical damage, life, strength, life on kill, life regen. It's all the same shit. That's all you want. Leech life, physical damage, fire damage, skill speed on this. I'm allocating Titanic, which is literally right near me on the tree, but I don't have any more nodes. Basically stun build up, 5% increased strength. That's big for scaling strength so you can dual wield. We go back to this, we have a little bit more. Yeah, 4 more, that much. But yeah, we don't need the mana because we're using blood magic, but big life, big strength, life regen again, a little bit of accuracy. That's pretty much it. There's nothing special going on here. I did what I could. You know, it does decent damage, especially on bosses. Bosses are super easy to kill. It's just mapping is fucking sucks with Volcanic. So that's it. I'm most likely gonna take this and respec my low life Merc, and because with that fucking the hulking form, these give 45% instead of 30%. So I don't know. We'll see what we do. We'll see what we can do. But I mean, that's it. Anyway, you know the drill. Subscribe, come back. See you on the next one.